Now with more, Congressman Sean Duffy, who is one of President-elect Trump's earliest supporters. Congressman, good to see you. So what do you make of Peter's argument?
First of all, I got to tell you, I love Peter. He's a patriot, and I'm a big fan of all of his work, which allowed Donald Trump to publicly prosecute this case. But I think he's mixing up the argument. Donald Trump was talking about the private server and the emails, and Director Comey did an investigation. Loretta Lynch decided not to prosecute. I think what Donald is saying is that's behind us. Let's move forward. We don't
Based on
necessarily
what?
have
Where
an
do you get
investigation
that?
yet.
Where do you get that he was taking the Clinton Foundation off the table? Because he said that people could argue the Clinton Foundation has done good work, which is a very different message than the one we heard from him a couple months ago.
But I do think on in regard to his public statements and his fans chanting "lock him up," that was in regard to the emails and the private server. The investigation hasn't been completed yet with regard to the Clinton Foundation, and I think that should go forward. But Megyn, I think what's important to note is
But it's not about what you think. It's about what President-elect Trump thinks, and he did not make that distinction today. It sounded like either way, he believes Hillary Clinton, as he put it, that she's had enough pain. That's what Kellyanne said on his behalf, and that he doesn't want to hurt her.
Well, I would disagree. Then I do think the investigation should go forward. But can I make another point, Megyn?
Sure.
I think what's important for Donald Trump is if you look back and you blow your political capital prosecuting and going after Hillary Clinton, as opposed to saying, how do I actually make America great again? How do I fight for the forgotten men and women and families and communities who crossed political lines and voted for me, or who haven't voted for 20 years but came out to support my campaign because he was going to fight for policies that were going to make my life better, my family better. They're going to put a chicken in all of our pots. That's what America, I think, wants him to fight for. And if you look back and burn political capital on Hillary, you can't move forward with securing the border or tax reform or health care reform.
I get that. I get that. A lot of Americans out there are sitting listening to you agreeing with that. But that is a very different message from the one Trump sounded when he was running for this office. And for that matter, very different message from the one sounded by yourself at Donald Trump campaign events, including this one on August 16th. Watch.
We have to elect Donald Trump to do that.
We have to elect Donald Trump to lock her up. And now it's like, for the good of the country, we have to move forward. I mean, you know, do you understand how people watch this and they're like, lying politicians who just say anything to get elected. They think we're chumps, that we're going to believe them then, and now we're supposed to believe them again now, even though the two messages appear to be diametrically opposed.
But, Megyn, you have to look and say the lock her up chant in Donald Trump were specifically talking about the email server and the emails themselves and secure information on a private server. Comey came out with his statements after that little rally that we had in Wisconsin, which, by the way, was really fun. And I think that's been put behind us. Do you want to have Donald Trump
Comey came out and reopened the investigation, he reopened it. And then Team Trump made a huge deal out of it, and then he purported to close it, and Team Trump continued to make a huge deal out of it, and said the system was rigged, and disagreed with Comey's decision, and wanted her put in jail.
But you as a lawyer, Megyn, and me as a former prosecutor, do I want Donald Trump to then say, no, 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 I am going to be the FBI head, and I'm going to head the Department of Justice, and I'm going to force them to reopen an investigation that they closed.
The lawyers, who happen some of whom happen to be anchors, actually said, we accept the FBI's decision. They've made it clear. But you guys were the ones saying, lock her up. And now tonight, it's a 180, and we're supposed to pretend the magic of videotape does not exist.
Megyn, I actually agreed that, listen, I was going to take Comey at his word because I didn't have all the evidence. I didn't sit inside the FBI. So I publicly was out there saying, whatever Comey decides, I think we have to go with.
Okay, but your candidate not feel that way, and now he's the president-elect. You see? So, I mean, you understand the frustration of some of Mr. Trump's supporters and the frustration of just reasonable people who see different messages coming at them. I'll give you the last word.
Megyn, you want him to fight for the policies that are going to help the economy of middle America that elected him, and you can't do that if you have a political fight with Hillary Clinton. Let's move forward and start making America great, which isn't putting Hillary Clinton in jail right now.